What if time wasn't a single flow that everyone experiences in the exact same way? What if it was more like a river with multiple layers, currents running side by side, almost touching but never really mixing? Sounds crazy, right? But some physicists actually think this could be what's happening in our universe. And it might explain some of the weirdest stuff in physics, like how particles can be in two places at once, or why we get these sudden bursts of cosmic energy that we can't always predict. In this model, the universe has many different layers of time flowing at different speeds. These layers are like separate streams of reality. While they run alongside each other, they don't interact much. Each layer has its own space and time, its own version of reality. So here's where it gets really interesting. In one layer, your birthday was an unremarkable day. You woke up, had some cake, maybe received a phone call from a friend. In another layer, in that other layer, it was your 18th birthday. You're celebrating with friends, and in this version, you got that job you applied for. In fact, in some other layer, you could be married with kids, while in another layer, you never left your hometown. All of these versions of you exist simultaneously in different layers of time, each playing out its own unique scenario. It's kind of like those what-if scenarios we all think about. What if I took that job in another city? What if I followed my dreams and became a musician? What if I never met my spouse? Well, in this model, all of those what-ifs are real. They're happening in other layers of time, other universes, if you will. But hold on, this seems to break the laws of physics, specifically the idea of causality, the way that cause and effect work. If these time layers are real, it would mean that our ideas of cause and effect, of living in a single timeline, might just be wrong. It could be that those things only happen in one particular layer of time, our layer. Other layers could have different laws, different constants, different rules. This idea of multiple layers of time could also explain some of the weirdness in quantum mechanics. Remember how I said that these layers don't interact much? Well, that could be why particles can be in two places at once. They're actually in two different layers, but we can only see them in one at a time. Or those sudden bursts of energy we see in the cosmos, they might be coming from a higher energy level in another layer of time. This is still just a theory, but it's one that some physicists are taking seriously. If this model is right, the universe isn't just expanding in space. It's expanding in time too, with countless layers of time stretching out beyond our perception. We may never see these other layers directly, but understanding them could change everything we think we know about reality. It could mean that the universe is far more complex than we ever imagined, that there are other versions of us out there living other lives, and that the very nature of time and space is far stranger than we ever thought. Do you find this idea mind-bending? Let me know down in the comments, and thanks for watching.